Hello, welcome to Bid's Outdoor Adventures. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a kayak trip on Tampa Bay in an area that is known as the Cockroach Bay Aquatic Preserve. That's kind of an unfortunate name for a beautiful area, but it's a name that actually has a very interesting origin story, which I'll tell you about later. This area is in the southeast corner of Tampa Bay, just south of the town of Ruskin. Um, it's about 8,000 acres of aquatic preserve, no development, lots of mangrove islands, and lots of little trails and back bays, and also lots of little things that you can go kayaking in and get yourself completely lost in. And I say that half jokingly because it is easy to get turned around out here. So either have a very good sense of direction or a phone with a GPS location on it so you can find your way back. Beautiful area. It's been a couple years since I've been here, so I'm really interested to see what it looks like. Has it changed? There's been a few storms that come through here, so be interesting to see what it looks like. I know it'll be beautiful, so come join me on another outdoor adventure. There's a concrete boat ramp and a small sandy beach at the end of Cockroach Bay Road. This ramp is very popular with fishermen because after idling just a couple hundred yards down the channel, you're out into Tampa Bay and you can go pretty much anywhere you want and go fishing. Consequently, on weekends and holidays, this place can get very busy, and because there is no parking lot, everyone parks just on the side of the road, which means you could be in for a very long walk back to the boat ramp. Fortunately, there are several little pass-throughs into the trees on the side of the road, as you see here, that you can drop a kayak or a paddleboard in and begin your adventure from there. It's important to check the tide charts before coming here because you really wouldn't want to be out here on or around the bottom low tide. Much of the area you're paddling in is going to be very shallow to begin with, and at low tide there just may not be very much water at all. This particular little bay I'm launching into, I know from hard experience that at low tides there's just about enough water to float the kayak, and I actually at one time had to use my paddle as a push pole and push my way out to deeper water. Today I'm following a designated paddling trail called the Horseshoe Crab Run, and as such I'm going to be on the lookout for this. Signs that are mounted on white PVC posts designating the direction that I need to be going. The signs are placed in areas where you might have multiple directions you could go, so it makes following the trail fairly straightforward. Although be forewarned, sometimes you're not going to see the sign. Sometimes you're only going to see that white PVC post. But if you see the post and you follow those, you know you're still on the trail. As you can see from the video, this area is quite beautiful, despite having its rather unfortunate name. Turns out it got that name from the early Spanish explorers who, back in the 1500s, sailed into this area and encountered a large number of horseshoe crabs. And they felt that the crabs kind of resembled the land-based insects, and thus dubbed the whole area Cockroach Bay. So after winding through all the mangroves, following the trail, you come out of here and you end up in Cockroach Bay proper. As you can see, Cockroach Bay itself is rather large. Big open expanse of water. Now the trail came out of here and it's going to go through that opening over there and then off to the right. Remember when I said earlier that sometimes there may not be a sign but simply a white post in the water? Well, this is one of those times. I was really not at all sure this was the trail. I'd kind of had it in my mind the trail went a different way. But that signpost, that white post right there, combined with the fact that the tide was flowing down this channel quite strongly, led me to think that, if nothing else, it was an area that was worth investigating. Now the trail goes over there. You can see that sign way off in the distance. But I think there's a pass-through to the bay right over here somewhere. I'm going to try to find that. So I pulled over just to get out of the kayak and stretch my legs, and also to admire the view, because I found a cut that goes right through to Tampa Bay. And what you're looking at there is downtown St. Petersburg. That building over there is the home of the Tampa Bay Rays baseball team. All the tall buildings are downtown St. Petersburg. And panning over, that would be, my guess would be Gulfport, those tall buildings on the horizon. And then of course over here we have the Sunshine Skyway.